Hey guys, and welcome to a very special episode of Lost Gaming. Today is the announcement of the giveaway of a copy of .hack GU, the Last Recode. So as you can see, I decided to just have a little bit of .hack GU playing in the background because I thought it was very appropriate. So how this giveaway is going to work is very simple. I want everyone who watches this video to leave a comment down below and tell me what it was that got you into .hack. Tell me about how you found the series, how you got into it, what it's meant to you, and just what actually being able to see the Last Recode coming out means to you. I've been in the .hack community for a long time, and in fact I'm actually going to tell you my story right now. When I was in high school, I live in an extremely small town. Every high school class in my high school had less than 20 people or so. So there was a day where we had a combined class, and some older classmen were in there with us, and I was sitting and talking with a couple of people, and we got talking about MMOs. I mean, and this was the very early days of MMOs, and like I'm talking like Phantasy Star Online early for the GameCube. Like, this is before WoW and Final Fantasy 11, before things really starting getting big for MMOs. And we were just talking about them, and I was saying like how it wasn't really my thing, and the few times I had played them, like I just didn't get into it, that I was more of a single player campaign person. And this older classman told me to check out a game called .hack Infection. Said it's a lot like an MMO, but it's single player and you don't have to worry about that stuff. And he said it's got a great story, and he said I think you'd really enjoy it. So I went and I picked it up that day. I'd seen it in the store many times because at this point Mutation was out, and I was like, well, I'll give it a shot. I'll get Infection. If I like it, then I can get Mutation and keep on playing, and if I don't, I wasn't out anything. And I loaded up the first time, watched those opening cutscenes, and I was just floored. As I played through it, shoot, I think I nearly played through the entire game in one night. I just stayed up all night and played and played and played. I easily put in 12, 13 hours the first time I turned on the game. Died a lot, but every time that I died without saving, I realized what kind of adjustments I needed to make, and I just really enjoyed it as I was figuring out the way to play through this unique experience where your skills and your magic were all tied to your equipment and you needed to be aware. It was just so unique to me that I was enraptured by it. I think it took me less than a week to fully finish Infection, and I went out as soon as I finished it and I bought Mutation. And in a couple of weeks I finished it and I wanted more. I was so desperate for Outbreak to come out, and it was still several months out. So I played through the series again to that point. And then when Outbreak came out, I did the same thing. Played through it multiple times, waiting for the next one. And actually I wasn't able to get Quarantine when it first released because my town was so small and the .hack series up to that point hadn't really done so well. The few stores that sold video games in my area actually didn't get copies of Quarantine. I had to track one down, and this was before I had a car, before too many places had websites. You couldn't really order stuff online. I had gotten burned ordering video games off of eBay, so I was really, and it took me a while to find it, quarantine. And I just loved it so much. I loved the series just with everything that I could be. And when I was in college, I started looking for some Ultimate OS backgrounds to put on my laptop while I was in college. I loved that Blue Moon design from the first volume. It's to this day still my favorite background, and is on a lot of the electronics that I own. But while looking for that, I came across a website called .hack Integral. And to get the background that I wanted, I had to register and I had to make some posts, and I was like, alright, I'll just make my 10 posts, get access to everything. And little did I know that the people on Integral would become my family. Eden, Effie, Sailor Jackie, Derek, Evil Teeny Tiff, Crazy Bob, Arcs, Rorton, Gister, Cali Girl, Finitavius, Taijusha Moreau, Zora, Isis. I could literally go on for probably another 10-15 minutes just naming names of people who have been so impactful on my life from that community. People who to this day I still consider friends and family. It has been one of the most welcoming communities that I've ever been involved with, and it's just been such a huge part of my life. In fact, the whole reason that I started my Let's Plays was because I felt like the .hack series did not get the attention that it deserved. That it was so good, and that so many people didn't know anything about it. That it was just something that had fallen under everyone's radar, and no one knew anything about it. And that was why I wanted to start my Let's Play. And working full-time and getting married, it was things that kind of made it harder for me to get it done like I wanted. And so by the time my first couple of episodes came out, all of a sudden, after years of silence, we got news that GU was getting a remake, and it was going to be called The Last Recode. And my jaw hit the floor. I was stunned to see that The Last Recode had actually been announced, that we were actually getting more GU. Even if it had just been the 3 volumes remade, I was going to buy 2 or 3 copies just because of that. Then to find out that we're getting a volume 4, that the story is continuing, that there's actually going to be more to it. It's actually been the first time in probably 5 or 6 years that I've actually gone out and pre-ordered a game. I have personal problems with the concept of pre-ordering games unless you know it's going to be something that is going to be extremely rare, that there are only going to be very limited quantities of. But still, knowing this, I wanted to support Bandai Namco. I wanted them to know that .hack still has a very powerful community, that it is still a beloved series, that we want more, that we've always wanted more, and that with the right amount of marketing, it can be a smash hit for what it is. And so, as I've been playing, and as I've been talking on the Discord, I've wanted to do something else to really help share that love of .hack. and I decided that I was going to give away a copy of the Last Recode. So, what you will be winning if you win is one copy of .hack GU The Last Recode. I would prefer it to be a digital copy where I can just gift it to you, because if I'm able to do that, I will get it to you on launch day. That the day that the Last Recode comes out, you will have your copy from me. I am willing to purchase a physical copy and ship it to you. That will take a little bit longer, and we'll probably have to work out some things through messages, but I am willing to give you a physical copy of the game if that's what you would prefer, and we can work out the details of that once you win. So, to enter the contest, in the comments below, just tell your story. I want to know what it is about .hack that means so much to you. And then, once the contest ends, I will be leaving the dates in the description that says when the last day to enter is. But once that date has passed, I'm going to be putting everyone's name into a spreadsheet, assigning it a number, and we will be using a random number generator to determine who the winner is. And so with that, I wanted to thank everyone in the .hack community for everything that you've done, for being such a big part of my life, and being something that has been there for me for so many years. You've been friends and family when I've really needed it. That's what the community has meant to me. To CyberConnect 2 and Bandai Namco, you guys put out an amazing game series. Even though it hasn't really seen much attention the past few years, I still love everything that we get for it. And I know that without you guys, there wouldn't be a series. And I wanted to thank you guys for creating something that has been such a major part of my life. I wanted to thank the people that watch these videos. I know I'm not the most engaging talker, I'm not the best Let's Player, I'm definitely not the most entertaining, but I love this series, and I just wanted to let people who might not have ever experienced this game have a chance to experience it, and maybe see what it is that has created such a tight-knit and such a devoted community that even after 10 years of no news, no new games, that we're all still longing for more .hack, that has never left our desire, that is something that we've always wanted. Alright, well, this video has actually gone a lot longer than I wanted it to. So, leave your comments below. Be sure to share it. Get this news out to everyone. Let's get as many stories as we possibly can about why .hack is so great. And let's just share the love. This community has so many great stories and so many great people. Let's put it out there and let's show everyone what it is that's so good about our community. I'll see you guys next time.